In recent years, many companies are targeting their investment in India, which has become a must-contend place to go overseas due to its huge demographic dividend and rapid growth of users. However, due to the local election politics, tribalism, foreign exchange/tax management and other issues to bring great uncertainty to the Indian market, known as the graveyard of foreign enterprises. IBM, Samsung, Xiaomi and other companies have been issued a fine in India, and the reason for being fined almost all tax-related. The reason for being fined is almost all related to taxes. 01 For the strong push Make in India, to limit the import of computers. The Indian government recently issued a notice that restricts the import of personal computers, including laptops and tablet computers. Companies need to apply in advance to the license to be exempted. The relevant measures are expected to take effect from November 1st. Indian media said that the Modi government is an innovative way to call on companies, must be made in India products. August 3, the Indian government suddenly announced that immediately, the implementation of laptop computers, tablet computers, personal desktop computers and other electronic products import restrictions. A day later, the Indian Directorate General of Foreign Trade and the effective date of this ban to the back 3 months, import restrictions will come into force on November 1st. At present, India gives computer manufacturers a grace period of 3 months, is not a great mercy, to a large extent, to prevent in the short term, the Indian market for personal computers out of supply. Currently, there is no well-known personal computer manufacturers in India, and global brands such as Hewlett-Packard and Dell currently have limited local assembly in India. In the first half of this year, India's top 5 laptop market share, respectively, HP, Dell, Lenovo, Acer and Asus. Tablet PCs ranked in the top 5 are Samsung, Apple, Lenovo, Realme and Acer. In the second quarter of this year, India's imports of electronic products including personal computers amounted to $19.7 billion, an increase of 6.25% over the same period in 2022. And according to a report by Ernst & Young, 80% of laptops sold in India are imported from China, and about 2/3 of tablets come from China. According to the latest available customs data, in the first 5 months of 2023, China's cumulative exports of laptop computers amounted to $29.420 billion, and the top 5 countries/regions in terms of export value were the US, the Netherlands, Germany, Japan, and India. 02 Restrictions on some Chinese drones, parts imports. India has banned domestic military drone makers from using parts exported by Chinese manufacturers in recent months over concerns about security breaches, Reuters reported. The measure comes at a time of tension between the nuclear-armed neighbors and as New Delhi pursues military modernization, envisioning greater use of unmanned quadcopters, long-endurance systems and other autonomous platforms. India has relied on foreign manufacturers for components and entire systems because it lacks the expertise to build certain types of drones. But as the nascent Indian industry seeks to meet the military's needs, defense and industry sources say Indian security leaders are concerned that intelligence gathering could be compromised by Chinese-made drone communication functions, cameras, radio transmissions and operating software components. India is not the only country that has banned Chinese exports of drones and parts. In 2019, the U.S. Congress banned the Pentagon from buying or using Chinese-made drones and parts. For India's current situation, if you want to force the local manufacturing, or pay higher costs, and the order may not be successfully completed. 03 Trade is difficult, many companies closed in India business. July 10, Foxconn parent company Han High Precision Industry Company, Limited issued an announcement that it decided not to promote the semiconductor joint venture with the Indian mining and industrial group Vedanta Group. Han High said in the announcement, will continue to support the Indian government's Make in India vision, to establish a more diversified and in line with the needs of stakeholders in the local partnership, for the direction of India's semiconductor development also remains confident. Disney is exploring strategic directions for its Star India business, including a joint venture or sale. This indicates that the top company, which Disney acquired from Fox, is under pressure. Earlier, Star's Hotstar mobile streaming service, which offers a lot of free content, had 150 million monthly subscribers and was surging thanks to the broadcast of the Cricket Premier League. However, the good times didn't last long, and in 2022, Disney lost the bidding war for the streaming rights of that cricket match. Without the appeal of the cricket match, Hotstar's user stickiness began to decline. 04 Still export value for SMEs. India, as a developing country with a large population, its labor, energy cost advantage for manufacturing, high energy consuming enterprises are quite attractive. But at the same time, we should also recognize the reality that India, in the top-level design of foreign investors in the approval of strict, imperfect legal regulatory system, more gray areas, the overall business environment is not friendly to foreign investment. The way of enterprise cooperation and the contact path with the local community still need to be more careful deliberation, under the premise of protecting their own interests, rational investment. In the coming period, the Indian government, in order to control the further expansion of the trade deficit with China, will consider a variety of tariffs and non-tariff measures to cut imports of non-essential consumer goods and electronic products and other trade commodities from China, coupled with the new version of the U.S. Asia-Pacific strategy, which will largely affect the relationship with China, may bring risks to China's small and medium-sized micro and small foreign trade enterprises in their exports. However, at the same time, the scale of China-India economic and trade has recovered in recent years, with frequent high-level interactions between the two countries and advances in bilateral relations, and from the perspective of demographic advantages, demand for commodities, low labor salaries, the rise of the middle class and several other advantages, India is still a very promising export market for small and medium-sized foreign trade enterprises.